it was a surprise, there's no question. But once talking to Bill and never being one just to roll over, challenged him a couple times, but throughout our discussions, it became clear where his heart was and what he needed to do. And he's following his heart here, and getting back home and following his passion is what this is all about. And so you can't argue with that. And in my years of being around people, when they make a decision based on their heart, it's awfully hard to argue.
He came to you when?
He came, it was Monday afternoon. Monday morning, excuse me, Monday morning. He was on a recruiting trip and came back in, and we sat down, and he said, "Have you got 15 minutes? I got 20 for you." And then he went in, and I just, whoa, I did not see that coming. But once again, once we sat down and talked through it again, it was about 3 times that we talked through it that it became clear that this was something he felt very strongly about. It was in his heart.
Yeah, you have a professional relationship with him, but also a personal relationship. He's a good friend of yours, so.
Without question, and I think that's why on different levels there was a challenge on my part, and I think that he was real comfortable in expressing himself, what was going on in his world, and at the end, I believe in my heart he's doing the right thing, and we as a program, we shared it with the boys this afternoon. Definite shock in their face, but like most things, like you losing a player in the middle of a game, you have to carry on, and we will go to the next step of looking for an interim coach. Start putting together a short list of people, and then it's never as easy as that process because there's things that have to be met and required, and we'll start working toward that now.
It certainly isn't ideal, though. I mean, the timing of it and what have you, it just it makes it difficult, doesn't it?
It seems that we're going through a lot of untimely things, unideal things right now with the Cardillis, the Zangerle. This is not ideal, but neither were those other 2 things, and that's life. And we will look at what our options are and control what we can control and move forward.
From your perspective, what happened in the last 6 weeks to facilitate this? Why not this happen in the summer? Why not? What happened between the start of the season and now that made this become the priority?
I wish I could put a finger on that. We talked to the captains. That was one of their questions. And again, things happen in life at times that are unexpected. And I think some things fell together for Bill at this time that was an indication that he needed to make a change. Now, why now? Why did the tumblers all come together right now? I can't answer that, and I don't know if Bill can. It's just the circumstances and where he was at in his life and what happened right now in this place and time that the tumblers came together that he needed to make a change.
Just so I understand, you said multiple times, "What are you doing? I need you to stay." I mean, there was never the notion that you were wanting to change something.
No, not at all. And I'm sure he'll share that with you, but more times than that's just not my nature, just to roll over. And, so there was a challenge there a couple times, and again, once talking through it again and again, it became clear that this was the right decision for him.
You mentioned talking to the players and the teams. What did you tell them in terms of trying to deal with this and move forward and make the best of the situation?
Well, Coach, I introduced the situation. Coach Bill came in and talked to the team and shared his thoughts, and then I spoke with the captains after, and we were able to get into a little bit more of what our next step is. And what I just explained a second ago, we'll create a short list. We'll follow up with resumes, and most people are going to have jobs right now, for one thing. So it's not going to be an easy process. But I know in talking to Coach Shuey, Gary and I both feel not very much will slip by. Now, we've both coached on the bench, or we've run the bench. We both coached defensemen. So we feel comfortable in handling the duties moving forward. And as soon as we find the right person, we're not just going to find a person. We will find the right person to get him on board with us.
You've been through this before. Does it help with John Hines?
Yeah, it does. No, matter of fact, I have Hines in my list to call. But going through mid-season, and I think what's going to happen is what happened with John. When John did decide to move, you had a short list, but then when the announcement came that he was leaving, the phone started ringing off the wall, and there were some very good candidates that arose from that. So I'm sure that the phone will start ringing here shortly.
Are you saying John's a candidate or
No, no.
John's a resource?
John's a resource, yeah, John's a resource.
Okay.
Bill once was a Gopher, but he seemed to represent Wisconsin hockey pretty well.
You know, we kind of joke about if you cut him, he bleeds red. He's a good friend, a colleague, and, you know, he pulls for us. He knows what we're about here now. I think one of the best parts of this whole story is the friendship that's growing between Bill and Gary. They, to me, are like long-lost brothers. And, you know, that's one of the great things about this game is the friendships that grow.
People are gonna look at all the stuff going on and go, what is going on? I mean, because so many things, whether inconsistency, how the team has played, their last impression of how the team has played, and just go, is anybody
I just talked to somebody, actually it was an email,